Hello, how are you? You've probably heard of cases where someone had an embolism that progressed to a thrombosis and tragically led to death even in young and healthy people, sometimes within just a few minutes, leaving no chance for intervention. Unfortunately, there are habits that can indeed increase this risk of embolism. I've separated 3 everyday habits for you here that can greatly increase this risk and that you can start changing today. Stick around until the end because this video is super important. You won't want to miss it. Tell me down below if you know someone who has ever had a case of thrombosis, who has gone through any of these situations and needed to use some preventive medication, or even if it was you. What was your experience? How old are you? Where are you from? I'd love to see your comment. If you like videos like this, leave your like here. I'll notice that you enjoy this kind of content and I'll bring more alert videos like this for you. These videos save lives and are super important. So if you know someone who needs this information, do your part. Let's expand this chain of good. Share this video yourself. So let's get started. I've picked out these 3 habits that are super important for us to pay attention to in our daily lives. The first habit, which is becoming more and more common these days, is chronic physical inactivity in daily life. More and more people are sedentary nowadays, right? A lot of people work sitting down all day. Many spend hours and hours on their phones or watching TV, and this can be very dangerous for us. When I talk about physical inactivity, I'm not even referring to people who don't go to the gym or don't exercise. I'm talking about people who are really still, barely moving at all. Those people who spend a long time in the same position, often sitting with the blood flow in their legs going downward, or even worse, sitting with their legs crossed. When your blood circulates in your legs, it relies a lot on the calf muscle pump. The calf muscle moves when we walk, when we go up and down stairs, and that movement makes us move. And this movement of the calf helps the blood flow back up from the bottom to the top. We even joke that the calf is our second heart. There's a video talking about this. So it pushes the blood back up to the heart. Now, if you spend hours sitting with your legs crossed or with one leg under the other, this mechanism fails and the blood ends up pooling in the veins of your legs, causing this venous stasis, that stagnant blood right there, which greatly increases the risk of thrombosis. And that's why spending long hours on a plane, on a train, an entire day at the computer, a whole day sitting on the couch, a whole day sitting still or with your legs crossed greatly increases the risk. And many fatal pulmonary embolisms start with a silent thrombosis in your legs. You've probably heard of someone who had an embolism after a plane trip. Do you know of any cases? Tell me about it here in the comments. The second terrible habit that increases the risk of thrombosis is being chronically dehydrated. Not many people know this, but dehydration is a key factor in the formation of clots. Why does this happen? When we drink little water, the blood becomes more viscous, denser, thicker, and circulation loses its fluidity. This makes it easier for platelets to clump together and increases the risk of clotting, which is why staying hydrated throughout the day is one of the simplest and most effective ways to reduce the risk of embolism. So, especially on hot days, during long trips, again, and when we exercise, we always need to stay hydrated. So keep a water bottle by your side. If you're going to take a flight, buy some water or bring your own bottle and fill it up at the airport. If you're going to work and spend many hours sitting, drink water all the time, get up to use the restroom, and maintain a hydration routine throughout the day. Drink plenty of water and non-caloric liquids throughout the day, and don't drink alcohol on the plane because alcohol also contributes to dehydration and is worse for you. So always keep yourself hydrated to prevent this risk. The third habit is a diet that is very high in ultra-processed foods, very high in salt, very high in refined sugar, and significantly low in essential fiber. This can increase the risk of atherosclerosis, will definitely increase your systemic inflammation, your low-grade chronic inflammation, and raises the risk of clots. We also know that this kind of diet, as I mentioned to you, increases the risk of atherosclerosis. That is those fatty plaques in the arteries, which raises blood pressure there, increases inflammation in the endothelium, and it can cause those plaques to break loose, leading to the formation of clots, increasing the risk of thrombosis. So, cleaning out these blood vessels is very important. I actually have a video I released recently where I talk more about this, about which foods, on the other hand, help reduce the amount of fat in the blood and help naturally clean out the blood vessels. And I'll leave that video here below in the description as well. So tell me, what are the habits you used to do the most, and which one are you going to start changing today? Is it a sedentary lifestyle? Or actually, is it this chronic inactivity? Is it your diet? Is it your water intake? Which one is the hardest for you to change? And which one can you already start changing today? Let me know in the comments. Share this video with someone who needs it. Let's help more people. That's what I want here with the channel. See you next time. Bye.